Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kima, and today I'm going to show you how to get this glowy dewy makeup look for the summertime. You're going to see how I got this makeup look today. Keep on watching. I already did my skincare and washed my face. Went in with the e.l.f. Holy Hydration face cream. For primer, I'm going to use the Power Grip primer. One thing I've been noticing about these primers is that when they mix in with your skincare, it kind of gives that cast like you put on sunscreen. Not gonna lie, my little office area here is a mess, and I wanted to use the Fenty foundation. I don't know what I did with it, so I'm gonna use instead the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin foundation. It's the foundation that I've used all winter. And I actually did enjoy it. I like that this foundation feels lightweight, but I still get a good coverage. And of course, it's supposed to be hydrating, because if you've been here before, you know that I have very dry skin. And if I forget to mention any details, I will leave everything down in the description box below. Concealer, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty We're Even concealer in number 445N. This is another product that I've been using religiously, and I really need to go back to Sephora to pick up some more colors. I want to make sure I get a nice even coat around the center of my face. I want to try to blend this as seamlessly as possible because I don't really want the concealer to be the center focus of this look. I'm going to use my little beauty blender to make sure there's no harsh lines. This beauty blender is from Real Techniques, and I absolutely love it for getting like underneath the eye, especially like in here. I just want to make sure everything is even. I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Ebony. I'm going to use like a little bit of this because this definitely gives me more of a contour, and I want a kind of bronzier look. So I'm going to go on top of it with the Makeup by Mario bronzer, and we'll see how that works out. So I think I want to use like right there that much. If you saw my review of the Makeup by Mario bronzer, I just wanted to go in with the Fenty Beauty just to help give it a little bit more pigmentation. So with the Makeup by Mario, I'm going to use the applicator today. And I'm just gonna go right over. And bring the bronzer down even further. Need to do my jawline. And I'm gonna do my nose. I always bring my nose contour up into my eyebrows just to make sure everything looks connected. I'm actually just going to use tapping motions. What do we think so far? Do we look a little bit bronzed? I think so. Now I want to go in with a liquid blush. I don't know if I want to do pink or more of a red. I have the Perky Poppy by Juvia's Place, and then I have Love by Rare Beauty. I actually used this in my most recent short. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place just to bring out a little bit more red in the bronzer. But as we know, this is very pigmented, so I'm only gonna use like a dot or two. Let's see. I'm scared. These little dots, this brings a lot of color. A lot of color. I'm gonna go in with a brush that's not so dense. So let me see. Just gonna pat it in. I think that actually did what I wanted it to do, just to bring out a little bit more red in my skin tone. But I'm just keeping the blush in place because I don't want it to get too far down my cheek. Keeping it in this area right on the sides of my cheek and my eyes. For the powder, I'm going to use the Fit Me by Maybelline. This is in the color 35 Deep. I'm just making sure that I press it into the cap so I don't get a big chunk of powder into my under eyes. I'm not really touching my cheek area because it would defeat the whole purpose of trying to do a dewy, glowy makeup look. So I'm just keeping it right in the areas that I concealed. Now I'm gonna do my brows. I'm gonna use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I've been obsessed with this stuff and I desperately need to refill because there is hardly anything in here. So this applicator, it has two different size bristles. So one I use to like comb through, and then it's flat so you can lay it flat on your brow and smooth it out. And then you can flip it back over to the side and just bring all those hairs together. What a difference. And today I did my brows after my makeup, and now I see why I normally don't do it this way. Because using this brow gel, the makeup is all inside of the bottle now. Once this is dry, it's like not going anywhere. And it makes it much easier to go in with your brow product. I like to fill my brows in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pen. I have issues with the pencil because I feel like it smudges. And since this is like a liquid, I can easily just make the little hairs that I need. I did see the brow pencil by Dominique Cosmetics, and that pencil has like a super flat tip, which I think that might work. It doesn't need to be perfect. You can always go in and clean up the under eye with concealer, which I'll do in a second once I get into the eyes. For the eyes, I'm just going to take my Fenty concealer again. I'm going to use it on the lids. The applicator is like kind of flat. It's actually nice. You can get pretty close to the brow area. It looks crazy, but trust the process. So I'm just gonna go in and blend that in with the same brush that I use for my concealer. Just remove any of the excess because this is a hydrating concealer. If you watch any of my other makeup tutorials, you know that I wear a matte concealer to avoid the oiliness. Try to avoid the oiliness, but I am gonna set my lid. I'm gonna set it with the same powder. I want to add a little bit of shimmer on the eyelid, but I don't want to go too crazy. So let me sort through my eyeshadow palettes and see if I have something that's kind of subtle. I have this eyeshadow stick by Rare Beauty in the shade Growth. Let's see. I don't know if we're gonna mess this up. Oh my goodness. This is how it shows up on my hand. Let me see if I can just get it in the center, kind of like a halo effect. Pray for us. Okay, so it's working. So I just tapped this very lightly, and it's giving a nice shimmer. I'm gonna go straight in with the powder highlighter. This is the Glow Glide highlighter by Charlotte Tilbury in rose gold. Let's show you what it looks like. I'm gonna put this all over my high points. I haven't done highlighter in such a long time, so yeah, I'm about to have fun with this. You can also use different size brushes to get whatever effect you want. So I'm switching to a highlighter brush just to get the areas on my nose and my brow bone. Like in person, I look like a little bit like a glowy bronze, but I don't know if I don't feel like the camera's picking it up, so I'm gonna go in with a second highlighter. This is Fenty Kilowatt, and if you know this highlighter, you know this highlighter. So they have Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. I think I'm gonna dip into the Mo Honey, which is more of this like fold. I can't even say, more of a foil kind of gold. So let's see. This might be too much. Yeah, layering this definitely made a difference. The highlighted areas popped way more. So I'm gonna pop on lashes. I'm gonna do my wing liner and pop on some lashes, and I'll be right back for the lips. Okay, so for the lips, I'm gonna go with my KVD Beauty lip liner in Crucifix. This is another one that I love, but it's time for a restock because it's on its last leg. Every time the tip breaks off, I'm literally just pushing it back in to the little plastic part. No! I can only do that so many more times. This is the NYX Shine Loud in the shade Boundary Pusher. I actually like this brown a lot. Like, I feel like this is a good nude for dark skin. After I do my lip color, I always go back again with the liner because sometimes it gets lost. This lip gloss is a dual N, so this side is the color and this side is the gloss. And it's not supposed to move once you apply the clear gloss. To finish, I just went back in with the press powder and I felt like it just helped to pull everything back together, and it even helped to define my nose a little bit more. So I'm gonna go in with the all-nighter setting spray to lock everything in. And now this step I saw from a video a couple years ago by a creator here on YouTube called I am Shelly. She used this luminous dewy mist from Tatcha. She applied it. I was like, I immediately need to have it. I feel like this alone will give any makeup look a dewy finish. It says for a boost of hydration and glow under or over the makeup. I do think this was kind of pricey, just FYI. And I can even spray this like on my arms. I want everything to be dewy. See how it just kind of like amplified the dewiness? So yeah, that's all for today's video. And if you're interested in seeing more makeup looks, let me know down below also. And I will see you in the next one.